Ta-da! It's an Hilux. It's actually a very nice Hilux. It doesn't work at current. That's not a problem. It did work. So this is an early Mark IV JDM import Hilux extra cab. We never had extra cabs. So Japanese domestic market, obviously. So it has alley wheels, side steps, wheel arch extensions, chromey bumpers, chromey wing mirrors, wing mirror on the front, chrome back step. It's lovely. So it gets even better. It is 2.4 turbo diesel. It's a faster one. It's auto. I've never seen one. It's automatic. I think it's locked. It's an SR5, so it's on, what were the Surfs? The Surfs were SSRGs or SSRXs, so this would be, technically, if it was a Surf, an RG, I think, Mark IV, because it's got, like, buckety type seats, air conditioning. It has it all. So it has been parked in a dry garage since 2011. So the fella bought it, used it for a bit. His father passed away. His father left him a really, really nice Mark I Caddy pickup truck, which he'd had from you. So he started using the Caddy, parked the Hilux in the big garage alongside the house. There it stayed. He used to start it once a year, went to start it the year before last, just to run it for a bit, and it wouldn't go because the fuel pump seems to, the injection pump seems to have given up working because it's one of the throttle potentiometer ones. So that's all that's wrong with it. So this is the next competition prize, because we're going for 2, because we're doing quite well at this. As long as you're happy with it, it seems to be a good way of doing exciting stuff. So I have bought some exciting bits. So basically we've got to get the fuel pump going or get it overhauled. It'll want a cam belt. I don't care when the cam belt was changed, because it's definitely timed out, because it's now 2025 and 2011 was 14 years ago. So 14 years is enough for a cam belt to time out, isn't it? So we need to service it, clean it. It is not rusty at all. It has been dry stored. It is lovely. It's even got tow bar and Caravan electrics for them caravanning adventures that some of you might fancy doing that I don't like doing. Madam keeps going on about getting a Caravan. I'm not having a Caravan. I hate woggle boxes. It's even got a chrome headache rack. I was well chuffed with that. So thank you very much to my mate Mark's Mrs.'s uncle, because it was his. It was by accident we found it. So better get on making that work. What I have done in full professional style is bought a proper set of massive great BF Goodrich tyres for it. Because these ones, although they is the Dunlop Grand Treks, the sidewalls have rotted off of them, and they are randomly 17s. Luckily enough, a man might have a hoard of Hilux wheels. So what we're going to do now is we're going to unload my cab and a half. I mean, I think that's like even mid-90 blue paint. And no one comment on the load parameters, all right? That is a light Lux. Very light. It looks perfectly fine. And it was only just down the road. So I don't need the lecture on, it'd be overweight, wouldn't it? No, it won't be. The truck's really light. That is a full aluminium, light helium floaty Hilux, and it's not very heavy at all. Right, let's get it unloaded. Some other exciting things. You will notice the C1 in low mileage, 1 owner, well 2 owner, because I think I had to get a logbook for it, so I'm the 2nd owner. C180 automatic elegance that a man rescued about 6 years ago, started on, never got back to. We have found a home for, haven't we, Nelly?
We have indeed.
So Neil's missus is
Toyota Yaris.
newish Yaris with that funny automatic gearbox that isn't an automatic gearbox. Well, again, didn't it?
Yeah, again.
Yeah, again.
Again.
So he's like, have you got any automatic cars? And I was like, not at work. So you knew about this, didn't you? So we've come to an agreeable deal. So he's going to do the bits of paintwork and stuff, which is all it needs, because I did put new brakes, new tyres, a load of new stuff. 16 Mercedes, genuine Mercedes service stamps, and this car had a service at Mercedes 80 miles before it's got on the clock now. It just might happen to have been in, it's been off the road 8 years?
7 years, I think.
7 years.
Going by the last MOT.
So,
the last MOT was 2019?
Yeah, I'm sure it's been here quite a while.
Yeah, it's been here a while.
Yeah. Because they only stopped using it because it was grandfather's, and then he went into hospital. They left it parked for 3 months in a posh coat shed. The battery went flat, and they didn't know that the key had the pull-out bit in it for unlocking the door.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get in it. So they left it sat there for like another 2 years before somehow I ended up with it in a load of Subaru pickup trucks like you do. Sadly, I haven't got any of the Subaru pickup trucks, but we have got, or it was my mate Mark actually found it. He ended up with the Subaru pickup trucks. I didn't, so I ended up with a Mercedes. Yeah. So, yes. So that's one more car parking space. Anyway, I'm going to back a Hilux in here now. Obviously, as we've just pushed it off and we thought we'd have a fiddle a minute, we had noticed that there does not appear to be any fuel prime, because we have taken this here fuel hose off that supplies the pump. No fuel. I'm wondering whether it isn't actually a fuel-based, whether it... Oh, warm that up a bit. Whether it isn't actually a fuel pump problem, where we are possibly all the fuel has escaped back to the tank over time. If they never tried to get it running, they just went, oh, I don't think it goes. It's in a dry place. There's no real worry. So we might as well have a go at seeing if we can draw some fuel up. The possibility it might do Toyota things and start. Of course, it's just tougher than, isn't it? I suppose the other one would be to check it's actually got some fuel in it. That could be a good place to start, couldn't it? Well, it's just run out of diesel. Right, so we're going to start by doing sensible things. Like making sure what we definitely know it's got fuel in it. Because there's a possibility if they kept starting it every year, that the fuel gauge possibly may have stuck. Because I'm sure when I looked at it, it said it had quarter tank. So perhaps the gauge stuck, rattling it home on a lorry has unstuck the gauge, and what it's actually done is run out of diesel. Because it says it's got nothing in it. We might not get that lucky, but it's worth the go, isn't it? Luckily enough, I bought a load of white diesel on the way home. So let's try and slosh that all down my leg while I'm at it. Yes. It sounds very empty tanked. Come on, that's the one. Go in there like that. Doing well. At least I'm just wax oiling the side of the truck while I'm at it. It's only like a $5 worth gone down there, isn't it? That's better. Right, That's a few gallons of diesel, and I've lubricated the back bed while I was at it as well. Yeah, makes it look more shiny. Right, back round there.
A few moments
Out in
later.
the rain, wasting half an hour. And we've figured out this Hilux doesn't inject any diesel, so we thought we'd get some diesel up to it, and then we opened up this. So this is the injection pump top, and I don't quite know what that is in there, but it smells like white spirit, and it's a bit, if I can get it to focus, it's not very nice, is it? So we're either going to need a fuel pump overall, but what we might try doing, Fudger, is cleaning that out, throwing some penetrating oil in it, because there's a possibility that that might work. And apparently you look like the Grim Reaper. Well, you did you not see your team?
I did see it, and I was it was cold.
Well, I know it was cold. We explained to the people that you weren't much good in the cold. You didn't like it. No, we keep you inside out of the weather normally, don't we?
It's just as cold.
Well, it isn't with the heating on, but we haven't turned it on for a few weeks. Anyway, we're going to go and clean that manky mess in there out, see if we can get this injector. I mean, it's functioning, but it's not delivering fuel like it should.
Yeah.
So no wonder it's not very happy.
It's looking like a swamp.
It's a bit like a swamp in there, isn't it? So if you look down in here now, we have done the best we can for the minute to clean all the cack out of the pump. We've run a load of really good oil through it, washed it, cleaned it. I mean, I don't know what that was in there, but this might or might not work. I've got the top to clean out. It is trying now, but you can see the brown. It won't come off, so I'm going to go again, the brown scum. So I'm just going to fill it up with some more diesel, because the fuel primer is very much hit and miss. But we're actually getting fuel into a pump, but you can see there's a lot of goo rising from the bottom down there as we do it. So we're going to keep cleaning a bit more, and then hopefully it'll do a Toyota and come around, and then we'll work on it from there. So pump cleaned out, timing solenoid back in. I've cleaned there's a fuel temperature sensor on the back of it, I'm assuming, and basically then this obviously sits back on there with a little rubber seal. That is the fuel return. And then it's getting a bit damp out here, there is a fuel pressure return valve in here, which admittedly was seized solid, so that holds the pressure in the pump. That now functions. So basically all I've got to do is screw all that back together in there, hope it doesn't leak, bleed it up, which we might as well do through here before we put the pressure return valve in. We'll get some fuel up and out of that side, plumb it back up and hit it and see what happens. Right, so pump is reassembled. Obviously what we have got that I want to get rid of, he said drop testing his spanner, is a load of whatever was in that pump in the injector line. So I've wound all the injector lines off. We're hoping the injectors will come round, otherwise we'll have to try and take them out and work on them too. Now this pump, I'm going to wang it over now. Hopefully it'll throw a load of fuel out, which means it'll get rid of the last of the goo in the injector line. So I am literally going to lean in here. It won't try to start. It should just turn over. Purge the rest of the fuel that was in those lines out. And then where's my torch? My torch is there, and let's have a rag that's not soaked in fuel. So everything around here at the moment is now soaked in fuel, including me. I'm going to try and see if there's anything coming out of here at all. We've got some fuel here, so she's priming. Whether that's enough, or we're going to have the pump off and either have it overhauled. Well, I think I have a spare one, because if no one knows, I used to do lots of Japanese four-wheel drive stuff many years ago. So we have got some old spare bits kicking around. So it is shooting bubbles. It stands a chance. Get that. There we have fuel prime. Come on, Mr. Hilux, play ball. Let me do that cable up. Cable up, injector up. That's it, you know you want to. breaking a load of other stuff around here. You are up. You can go back on there. Right, I'll try hitting it and see if anything happens, or if I've got to try and take that pump off and overhaul it. That can just stay there. Oh, we've got smoke out the exhaust. That is a good sign. Right. I'm going to go and need to find something to jump start it with, give it a bit more amperages, and I have a feeling there's a possibility that might go. Back in a moment. Right. More amps. So we've got the Thunders running there, so Toyota to Toyota. And we'll see what happens. We've got lots of smoke. Dee. It's bloody cold. It's warmer in here than it is out there. Right. Hilux surf, fuel injectors, diesel injector, screwed it in the head. Now, we've already stripped one of these down a minute ago and discovered that they are also Stuke. They are really simple to pull down, as is most things Toyota. Obviously we have a clinically lovely environment here, so that's absolutely fine for that type of stuff. Don't even need to use a vice really. We need to move my tea. So proper Toyota, proper injector, fully unscrewable. So all this should come out in a row. So on the end hot, we'll sit that over there. This is the main injector nozzle, and as you will see, oh, that one's not bad. These are the little injector, the lift nozzles, sprung. The first one I took apart was Stuke. Not really surprising, because basically that's the weirdest stuff. I don't know what that happened to that diesel in there, but it was not pleasant. And I'm going to lubricate and clean on all these injector parts. I've got 4 to do, or 3 left to do. That would make more sense. So basically, if we sit to this here, you'll see next piece on, you'll see the brown gack that's stuck in there. What it does just clean out, so that on there. And then here is a spring, a little nozzle end. There's a bit of brown nastiness on these springs. So I'll have a bit of a clean on there as well. Bit of lube. Oh, flow or something through there. Yes. I've just got oil in my tea. Can't win them all. Broke my nylon washer. Can't win them all. So, as injector mounted up, cleaned as best we can. That together again. Done. That's 2 done. I'm going to go on to Timelapse now, check the rest of them. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, cleaned up. 2 stuck, 2 not quite so stuck injectors. So basically we're going to go a quick whip round, tidy him up. Ah, here he is. Hello, Lance. Have you come in to say hello, Mush? Have you? Hello. Well, we have done a few more things. We have popped the injectors. You'll have just seen me overhaul or make work back in it. We are not getting any real injection pressure out of the pump. So all I can assume basically that all that gack in the pump was enough to seize the control head up and ruin a load of stuff. Now this is a 2LT turbo 2.4 Hilux engine. The bits used to be really easy to find because there were lots of surfs. All the surfs have gone. So this fuel pump is almost impossible. Now I do a local fella I'm going to try, and I have found one in Abu Dhabi, but it's like £550 for a second-hand one. So what I'm going to do now is get this fuel pump off this vehicle involves removing the entire front end. So there's the cam belt, because it's a cam belt driven fuel pump, so we've got to get in here, pull the cam belt, take all of this out to get in there. So I'm going to do that now because it's a horrible, wet, miserable day outside, and we have blown the tyres up and pushed it inside because the tyres will rot out and they go flat quite quickly. Because we need to put a belt on it anyway, and we need to get disassembling this pump. If we can't fix it, we'll have to send it off to be overhauled. If it can't be overhauled, we're going to have to find another one. So we're going to have to make that. I think the injectors are fine now, but it just will not pump enough fuel to fire the thing. So I think that's where the problem lies. So let's strip it down, sort it out, and we're going to go hell for leather onto time lapses to get all of this out, cam belt, fuel pump out, and then take it apart on a bench, and you can come and watch, and we'll see what state it's in inside. Then we can properly dismantle it. Right, so 2 and a bit hours later, did take that apart very carefully and very properly, obviously, because if you break anything now on a Hilux, you're knackered on that generation because you cannot get it. So here is my injection pump. I'm pretty sure it's Denso, can't remember, I'll have a look at the top, so you see it's Toyota number there. Now this does still smell like it was full of turpentine or something funky. We're not quite sure what happened to it. So basically it's broken, and we're going to attempt to pull it right down into pieces, which we could take the top off before, but we're going for the whole hog now. So we're going to strip this right royally apart, see what's stuck, see if it's repairable. Hopefully I can make this function so I don't have to spend or chase and faff around. I would much rather have the original if the original can be made to function. Now, the upside with this pump is we know, and we trust the man because he's a nice fella, that this was working when it was parked in the garage it came out of in 2012, I think it was. And he had started it a few times since, and then it basically, a few years ago, started one year, wouldn't rev up, which I think was showing the start of the problem, that whatever was in it was starting to fail. And then from there on down, or there on, it the next time they attempted to start it, it would do nothing. And why I'll pick those up, because that's totally not what I wanted. Let's go a drawer up and we'll have the bristles. Now, ideally, you'd love this in a beautiful, sterile environment with no dust and dirt. That ain't going to happen because it's here. So we've got a timing advance on the bottom here, which will be seized solid. We have a control head on the back, a fuel shut-off solenoid, pump timing solenoid, fuel temperature. Not quite sure what these two do yet, because it's been a very, very long time since I have messed with Toyota stuff. We used to do this for a living many years ago. We used to be Sutton 4x4, and we used to do lots of Japanese import stuff. It was sort of, I became a bit of a guru. But to be honest, I think the last time I took a 2.4 turbo diesel Hilux surf engine apart would have been, when did Madam bugger off with the Croatian fella? Well, we don't talk about her. I think that was 2008, and that was, by the end of that year, it had all gone completely wrong. So, Denzo, I am refreshing my brain, so don't scream at me. And to be honest, back in the day, we didn't even bother faffing around with these things if they'd failed. Al, being the top class Toyota hoarder that he was, Mitsubishi. I used to do Toyotas, Mitsubishis, the Delikas, L300s, L4s weren't that common back then. L200s, the pickup trucks. And then I also used to do a really good line in Isuzu stuff, so big horns and they were troopers here, weren't they? Then Shoguns, Pajeros, you know the stuff. Well, that was many, many years ago, and it's amazing how this stuff has disappeared. I mean, 2006, I'd have had 25 of these on the shelf, because the cylinder heads used to crack on these 2.4 Hiluxes, and then basically the heads was really expensive, and lots of the time we just pull vehicles apart for their parts unless they were really nice instead of repairing them. So we had hundreds of these, and I think they all went in the skip. Part of life. Right, I'm going to pull this apart and go and find myself some slightly different sockets for getting this thing off the top of here. Ta-da! And my microphone's back aligned again. The amount of grief I have at the moment with microphones. Right, they are well and truly in there, aren't they? Need to do some tapping on. I'm going to go and beat on this a minute, take these two out, and then I'm going to clean this to death, throw it in our sonic cleaning device, fish as many bits of it out as I can, like that bit there, which is the drivers, and then it's just bearings and whatever those sensors are. Give me 10 minutes. Right, so a day later. Pump casing, sonic cleaned, clean, lovely. So this is an ECD pump, just in case I did. So I have stripped off camera this control head, cleaned all these. So these are the four, where the four injector pipes on. The injector pipes screw on. So that's known as your fuel control head. That is the element that's basically spinning and controlling it. That's your timing control valve. That's your spill control valve bolted into the pump. Now what we need to do now is reseal it completely, because most times when these pumps fail, like this one has been sat obviously full of goo, but the common one, Pajeros are really common for it, was this input shaft seal going hard, and then it can draw as it tries to pump, it pulls air past the front here rather than pulls fuel from the tank, and I have a feeling this is what this one's doing. I think it's salvageable. I'm going to leave everything laid out here. We've just had strict instructions to not bash into it, and then basically it's all oiled up. We're going to final clean it, and then when the seal kit turns up, which is all of these rubbers, this seal on the end, these rubbers, there's some rubbers on these, on the fuel pump piston, well on these, there's some little rubbers here. So basically we have got to get all of this freed off, sorted and ready to rock and roll. And we ain't doing that today, so it ain't going to be Hilux will it start until all of this has been resealed. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have, I've got a bit of video footage from yesterday because I might happen to have bought some more top quality turd. And I've got BMW engine turned up and a few other exciting things. So I'll toddle around for end of video, go and have a look around the yard. And the Robin Reliance left, but you'll see that in a second in a piece of video footage. I have bought a Citroen.
Citroen.
Oh, indeed. I should not be allowed near the Salvage Marketplace app thingy on my phone at all. It is a 1.9 diesel Citroen.
Yeah.
ZX. ZX. ZX Advantage. Advantage. So, because I've been keeping an eye out on all the auction sites for a possible engine donor, possibly for my van conversion. So I needed a 1.9 turbo diesel. So, what I've successfully managed to purchase is a 1.9 diesel, because I thought that'd be all right. It's sort of halfway there, isn't it? Because there'll be a gearbox and some stuff that I can use and some drive shafts. Didn't notice it was it was automatic.
Oh.
So this is it's like a one owner automatic Advantage ZX Estate. This cost me £175 off a Silver Lakes auction site thing. And then it cost me 409 quid by the time I'd paid the fees and the loading thingy. But it does have, it came with these.
Keys.
It was sold as a run and drive. So a forklift driver plonked it there at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And I suppose we ought to ascertain on the fact, because it has got this, I'd like to point out, I did assume that this was a forklift dent, but it isn't. This is an old boy scuff dent, because you can see the, and it has got a bit of a lack appeal, but it's not a lot wrong with it. It failed an MOT end of last year on a bit of rust on the top of here, I think.
Okay.
So that could be fixed, because to be honest, I don't really need an automatic Peugeot 305 van. So we might not be ruining this. And then when you get in here, we'll get it off and show the people.
Ooh.
Apart from that's not the gear lever I wanted it to be.
Oh.
That is mint, isn't it?
That is tidy.
Totally untouched. It's even got a tow bar and Caravan electrics. I mean, I don't quite know how much Caravan towing you were planning on doing with a non-turbo 1.9 diesel automatic. I have the feeling this is not going to be the fastest of machines.
No.
But actually, I was going to kill it and I've changed my mind. So there's a bit of the doors a bit bent out at the top there. We want to work on that. And it's going to want a little bit of welding.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty confident. I haven't really tried yet.
Oh.
So I suppose, seeing as I've got the keys, I've even got the original Citroen torch that came with it. And I've got two Citroen keys. Two Citroen keys.
Wow.
To see if my top quality Citroen works.
Oh no.
Well, I had a bit of a set in here when we were a bit of a lean in just to check the keys were dangling in here when I picked it up. And the red light that says code required is on the radio. So one would assume that there might be, there's some power.
Okay.
And it's got half a tank of diesel.
They
It
didn't
didn't
out.
drain that. It had half a tank of diesel in the photographs.
Yeah.
Normally that's gone by the time you get it. But so it's got a pigtail twirly light. I'm waiting for the pigtail twirly light to go out.
And it runs.
Yeah.
She's a runner.
It's done 116,000 miles. It's automatic. Hang on. Ooh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Yeah, there might be an issue there. That's as far as that goes.
It could be the fact that it's got a big dent in the side of it. See if it goes down a bit further. I'll see if the panel pushes out. No.
Well, I suppose the next one, because it was obviously owned by a very tall man.
Wow.
Well, all the lights have gone out. And it's making movie noises, do we reckon? Got brakes. It's got brakes.
Oh, that's okay.
What are we like on the ramps, Fudgy?
Yeah, you're all right, just like you are.
Till the tow bar hits the deck, then we're buggered.
Yeah.
We're going to do some ploughing.
Yeah, go for it. It'll be all right.
Oh, yes.
Yay!
Goes backwards. Huh? Oh, it hasn't got drive, it's got A. It says 1, 2, 3, A.
Hey.
Even the clock works.
Bloody hell.
And apart from the fact that it hasn't got turbo and a manual gearbox, bring the camera in, I think I've snaffled myself a bargain there. I suppose we ought to, because looking at the MOT history, which I didn't do before buying it either, I didn't HPI it or nothing, I just
bought it.
yeah, well, to be honest, I'd forgotten I'd bought it because I put a bid on it and then completely forgot about it. And then I was like, what's that email from Silver Lake about? And I was like, oh, I seem to own a Citroen. So, well, we know what's going to be under here if we can get under here. Do you want to try that, thing? I'm trying to roll a fag under. You have a go.
I'll have a go at that.
It's got 4 matching wheel trims as well.
Where's the thing?
I don't know. There's all these Citroen people shouting at us.
It's on this behind you.
It's behind you. Wiggle the left headlight and kick the wheel and the bonnet will pop. It's French.
Ah, here we go. It's under that bit.
Got it.
Yeah. It's in the grill. In the grill.
Well, it looks like it's had a recent service.
Yeah.
That oil filter's like brand new. I don't think it's even got an oil leak.
No, I think that's where they spilt it, filling it up.
So apparently, according to the MOT history, that there is critically rubbish. So we might need to do a bit there. But it doesn't look critically rubbish to me.
No.
It's got a good battery on it, we know that because it's just started.
Yeah.
What is that leaking down there? Don't know what that is. I think we've got an antifreeze leak. But I was quite chuffed with my. Looks like it's got power steering as well.
Crikey.
Yeah, and it hasn't got elastic suspension. It is like a standard one with springs. Well, I don't even know they did
That's less to go wrong, isn't it?
There was a Xantia that used to go up and down, wasn't it?
Yeah, strange looking cheap.
But she seems, I mean, we'll try the starting again. Yeah! It's like brand new in here. It's even got a load cover. And I don't think that boot's ever seen a dog. Not much of the coolant?
It's got coolant.
A little low, isn't it?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Don't appear to be leaking.
No. So, question is, what the bloody hell do we do with that? Obviously, get it an MOT. Silver Lake seem to have done a Silver Lake and thrown the logbook away. They like doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll have had it when they had it weighed in, but just don't like bothering giving them to people. So I'm going to have to apply for a logbook, spend a whole 25 quid.
Yeah.
It's going to put the spend up to, like, I reckon, I mean, this is technically almost like a classic car, isn't it?
Yeah. 30 years old.
1995,
Yeah, 30 years old.
30 years old. And I mean, the sad thing is that someone threw it away. It's not done at all, is it?
No. No.
I mean, it's actually in very good nick. So I think what we do is we go for how much does it take to fix? Can you get a usable classic car on the road working for under a bag of sand?
Yeah.
I think you can. I mean, I think that deserves to be saved. It's a shame about this door. So that's the only real dinger in it.
It's character, isn't it?
Well, I could try bashing it back out a bit. I mean, and we'll go and assess on the MOT histories of the MOT. It's definitely got a fail on it, and it says offside, which would be this.
Yeah.
Suspension component prescribed something area dangerous and fell off.
Yeah. Unless it's underneath what they've welded.
No, I don't know. I've had a look, and I
It looks
couldn't see
alright.
anything. It's not rusty, and there's only that bit.
Yeah.
It's not rusty at all. It's got brand new exhaust on it, which apparently leaks or something. Because that was, I think we've got a slightly overzealous MOT tester again.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
about.
yeah, they're about.
They're about.
So, so I think we test a bit on my Citroen device, and then we, well, I don't know quite what you do with that. That is Festival of the Unexceptional transport, if ever there was, but I don't need them. We could go for a Festival of the Unexceptional type giveaway, where we buy some Festival of the Unexceptional tickets and provide them
With a car.
with a car to go. I mean, I'm not booking them a hotel or anything like that. They can sort that themselves, but I mean, that is definitely very unexceptional, but exceptional in its unexceptionalness. I mean, it's even, we're going to have to bring them in here. It's even got its original Citroen Tommy 2 knob, and it is even a Tommy 2 knob. It's like a no knob. I'm sure there's a tape deck in there somewhere.
That'd be just at the top.
Has it got a Heidi panel?
Heidi panel.
Cool.
That'd be cassette. Yeah, probably would be.
I
cassette,
suppose the
wouldn't it?
acid test of poshness. Central locking or no central locking?
No central.
I reckon. Do you reckon this is utter poverty?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Push button down. There is definitely no central locking going on there. One less thing to break.
Yes.
We know there's no central locking override button, and unbelievable it hasn't got air conditioning. But it has got a tow bar and Caravan electrics. Had I mentioned that?
You did
For the slow tow.
On constant kick down it.
Yes. yeah. Right. Let's bring these good people in, and they can have a look at the inside of my Citroen. So, grand tour of Citroen.
Has it got no sensors on it?
No.
No, it hasn't got any sensors on it. It's perfect for old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got out of control OAPs on wheelie trolleys again.
Six grand, great Raymond. You can have
So
it.
1.9 straight D.
I know.
She ain't rusty. So it's pretty square down this side. Notice the tow bar and Caravan twin electrics, and that boot's mint, isn't it?
It is mint.
That's never seen a dog. And it's got the pullover
got the colour.
load blind thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's got the I've been for an MOT and failed seatbelts because they're all hooked up in the back, which is standard MOT tester, isn't it?
Yeah.
Told you, hasn't he?
Well, you're not going to end up owning this in a minute if you're not careful.
Okay, Raymond. 8 grand. It's yours. It's good.
Oh, and it has got a you've opened the tape player, have
I've
you?
opened
You've
it up.
opened the
There's
tape
no
player.
tapes in it.
It's got its original Citroen stereo. There it is, auto-squatic. And if we do this, it's even got just under half a tank of fuel. Yeah.
There's no rot out. Nothing.
No, I don't think it's rusty. It's got a few marks on it. There's one there. There's a bit of lacquer peel on the bottom of that door. And a bit of a dinger there. We'll have to go and check its MOT ability, put some tray plates of immunity on it, take it for a test drive.
Yes.
So it's leaving. Yay! Finally! And he bought it like 2 weeks ago. So basically, Simon is here to load. You are here to load this, aren't you?
I am indeed.
And then you're going somewhere in Yorkshire with it, aren't you?
I am.
We did have the man coming down and inspect it yesterday.
That's nice.
Well, we pointed out that he was a bit late for inspecting it because he bought it off of eBay. You were supposed to inspect it before you bought it, so technically you own it now, so there it is. But anyway, he was very happy with his 888 mile Plastige pig.
Good.
And we got it out for you ready to rock and roll. So you got 3 ramps.
I've got 4.
Oh, even better. We'll get that on, that's one more thing out of the way. And then I've got a BMW engine.
Yes.
That turned up
arrived
quickly.
this morning.
That arrived this morning. So we'll have that running by 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
No, it's Friday.
Is it gone free yet?
No, no. So one thing I forgot to do was give you a tour of the inside of my top quality Hilux. So, things that you wouldn't normally have in a British spec Hilux, there are quite a lot. Seats with bolsters, mine hasn't got those, or a European spec. Japanese. Automatic. Nothing wrong with a Toyota automatic, they're very good. It's got like a leathery type of steering wheel thing that's a bit shiny. It has idle up, so it warms itself up. It even has cup holders. Clock. Lecky up, lecky down aerial. There's another set of seats in the back here. They fold up, so you've got a load area and some seats. Obviously selectable 4-wheel drive. Grab handles. It has climate control, it has air conditionings. AC. Central locking. Lecky windows. Has it got Lecky mirrors? It has got electric mirrors. Hark at the poshness. This was not a poverty spec truck. It's very, very clean and tidy for a Hilux. Obviously right-hand drive, as you can see. The seats aren't ruined. We'll get cleaning on all of this. The headlining is pucker. It's not ruined. It even has a mirror on the passenger side for the ladies. What more could you want? Right, we're going for a yard toddle round now. So you will see as we have toddled over the other side of the workshop. Ta-da. Just literally a few bits more to finish on the other side. I don't know whether you can see from there. I might bring the camera around this way for full effect. But you can have a look at what we've done to a Transit. So I'll try and stand out of the way and point. So basically, new inner step, stitched into new inner back. I think we left the top of the back. Actually, we might have joined it this side because the back wasn't bad, but the step was right up into the structural front footwell. That's been replaced. The back sill has been replaced, rejoined to the new footstep. There is an outer sill, scarfed in, all done. Got a little bit of rust treating to go on the stuff on the top. New inner wheel arch, new outer wheel arch, all done. And as you will see, door shuts, all good. This back where it was originally, that's the inner, that's the new outer. All welded in, got a bit of rust treating to go on, and then we've got some new wings, and you will notice we've got the blinking wing mirror off by using the sharpened screwdriver and tap, 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 bolts out done. So we'll put some standard bolts in. If anyone really wants to nick them, they're about 20 quid now, so it's easier without. I know why Ford did the shear offs. They just could have come up with a better idea for holding the wing mirrors on. So we'll need to prep this now, and then this needs painting. It's probably going to be frozen wish. Let's go and have a look. Is it frozen wish or Arctic wish? Not Arctic wish. It is indeed frozen white, not diamond white. So we have a big tub of frozen white. So Fudge has got a little bit to finish off over the other side there next week. And then white Transit. Pucker. We'll probably leave the door because the door is fine, as you'll see. Blow all this in round here, seal it all up, and then we'll try and cut it in on a line here, because at the end of the day, it is a white 2010 Tipper Transit, even though it will be a really lovely tidy one now, and this will wax oil it to death to make sure it doesn't do Transit things again and go when you weren't looking. Same in here. This all wants rust curing, waxing, well, painting, waxing. So, and then we're going to get in here. We'll quickly remove the airbox and take this stupid piece of sound deadening out there that rots your inner wing out. And we've taken the pieces of foam out, obviously, because Transits end up rusting here because of a piece of foam put in, and then halfway down the sill because of a piece of foam put in. It's going to be running without that. That's fine. It'll survive with paint and lots of wax oil and goo and Lanagard and whatever we can throw at it in it. What else have I got to show you? So, hopefully, maybe next week, week after, depending on how difficult the pump is, we'll get this thing alive, and we've got a load of work to do to this to make it proper cool. Sod it, I don't care about the expense. We're going up, lighty, shiny, proper 90s, Hiluxy type stuff. Also, remember, the black BMW Missile is on raffle, on auction, £7.50 a ticket. We've had a few people go, oh, the car's only worth this, blah, 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 blah. Yes, they aren't the most expensive wagon in the world. That's fine, but it's £7.50 a pop. £7.50, you could end up with this all sorted. I don't care if it's worth 3 grand or 50 grand. It doesn't make any difference. It's immaterial. Same again also, because the raffles things do quite well, you can spend more money. So you wouldn't have I've just paid nearly £1,000 for that engine to put it in there. In theory, that was a stupid idea, but it doesn't matter because the price, the cost of the repair is immaterial. One will outweigh the other, or we'll lose or we'll win. It doesn't matter. So if you haven't bought a ticket for a BMW, please do. If you aren't subscribed, that would really help as well. The little subscription thing. Click the subscription, click the bell. It makes a hell of a difference. The more subscribers we get, the more thumbs up, the more comments, the more YouTube pushes, the bigger we get, the better we do. The better we do, the better you do, the better content you get. Because it's all sort of stalled again at the moment. It keeps going like this. So we're going to have a real push this year to get it going better. And we've got some interesting stuff to do. So please subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything. There is no cost in subscription. And it should just, if you hit the notification bell, it'll tell you every time we put something on and annoy you on your phone, which is just what you need. Right, it is Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, don't know, somewhere like that. I shall leave it here. Fudge is obviously off for the day. He's doing other exciting stuff. So thank you very much, Al 6D Diesels, and we shall see you Wednesday.